Good afternoon. I will ask everyone attending, how do you learn best? I will begin by sharing my personal experience with PDHPE. Soccer is a huge social practice I engage with every day, and by learning how to develop skills, I create visuals to cater for my understanding. Considering how our students learn is becoming relevant in everyday lives, a multiliteracy pedagogy involves providing children with the opportunity to be creative in using print and digital text, as it is becoming overwhelming as technology becomes more prevalent in creating authentic meaning-making experiences. This presentation will be covering an introduction to multiliteracy pedagogy, the development from the old to the new pedagogy, its central role to creating new conceptions to learning, complications that arise in digital technologies, lesson plan exemplars, advantages, and other considerations when employing a new pedagogy. To best introduce the concept of multiliteracy, the New London Group is a collaboration between educators within the teaching field who underwent a major concern universally. The question was, what constitutes appropriate literacy teaching in a context of the ever more critical factors of local diversity and connectedness? We unpacked their work, the why, the how, and the what. The New London Group elaborates on how our identities and diverse social worlds can be justified as creating ways of meaning, social interaction, and cultural experiences. The more diverse and vibrant life worlds become and greater the range of changes, the less clearly bounded life worlds appear. Strategizing as teachers becomes natural. Meaning making can be effective through the use of concept of design. As students acquire personal inferences to their learning when opportunities arise in creativity, such as posters, videos, presentations, etc. As a broad concept, teachers are seen as designers of learning processes and environment. Accordingly, teachers are encouraged to explore forms of text written and digital. To gain relevant input before enforcing this into our classroom, it is important to have a background understanding of the old pedagogy, known as the pedagogical orientations, and the new, referred to as knowledge processes. This is a developed reformation of a pedagogical orientation and is relevant in today's society's processes of learning. Both are overlapped, and depending on your preference, you can refer to either pedagogy, although the new response to multiliteracy concretes that human knowledge is embedded within social, cultural, and material contexts. The concept of design provides opportunities for teachers and students to explore, play, and apply their learning using different written and digital texts. Meaning making is recognized through authentic experiences. These experiences are developed through forms of written, oral, visual, audio, gestural, and spatial. Multimodal forms within a classroom, teachers can employ a successful multiliteracy pedagogy that creates openness and flexibility. Those students who are encouraged and exposed to the different forms, teachers will be actively motivated to embed continuous application, alongside textbook work, lectures, and teacher demonstration. Click or scan the QR code. This will send you to a video that captures how a teacher embeds multiliteracies within her practice. This may provide you with some ideas or encouragement. You may be sitting here with an open-minded perspective but are tallying the complications involved. Jacob discusses why change is relevant through a participatory culture. It is a culture with relatively low barriers to artistic expression, whereby what is known by the most experienced is passed along to novices. Correlating the significance that a teacher role is to shape meaning through authentic experiences, teachers can apply humour, excitement, character, and creativity to the environment that invites exploration and new ways of learning that have been experienced or perceived by someone else. Young learners are recreating, modifying, and sharing the multimodal content by using new digital tools available online and offline. Hopefully by now I had challenged your perspective on multiliteracies. At the start of the presentation, I referred to myself as a visual learner and how I can cater for my learning and many other students in the classroom. This can include iPads to record group participation in a fundamental skill, GPS trackers and how they have become more affordable, A lesson can be planned around tracking and comparing students' fitness levels. Another example includes the embedment of laptops to research and create visuals. On the next slide, you will be introduced to the many advantages. In conclusion of the video, other topics of concern involve the controversial opinion that technology is becoming too frequent within everyday lives. It is important to know that gaming and digital technology differ in its purpose. Besides inspiring motivation, games are often considered highly useful to learn functional skills in problem solving, strategic evaluation, media, and resources. As a faculty of PHB, we can see challenges still remain. There is no clear direction as to how students learn effectively, although we can refer to how students communicate currently and use this as inspiration to engage students in their learning through multimodal text. This is the end of the video. Thank you for listening, and these are the references.